So let's look at a couple of questions from your 3.06 quiz. Here's one that you'll see a similar question to if you don't see this exact one. And you might see a couple like this. It's dealing with an inscribed angle. Remember, an inscribed angle is an angle whose vertex lies on the circle as opposed to the central angles where the vertex is in the center of the circle. So this is an inscribed angle. And it's special because the inscribed angle, the measure of the inscribed angle, so in this case 2.5x plus 4, is half the measure of the arc. So it's going to be half of that 7x minus 2. So we can set this up, 2.5x plus 4, and that's equal to 1/2 of 7x minus 2. So we'll distribute. We have 2.5x plus 4 equals 1/2 of 7, which is 3.5x, minus half of 2 is just 1, so minus 1. Now we combine like terms, so I'm going to subtract 2.5x on both sides, and that will get rid of it on the left, and we'll have 4 equals 1x, or just x, minus 1. We're going to add 1 to both sides, and we end up with 5 equals 1x, or just x. So we know x is 5, but that's not what they're asking us for. They're asking us for the measure of arc AC. So now that we know x, we have to plug this back in. 7 times x, which is 5, minus 2, that's 35 minus 2, which gives us 33 degrees for the arc measure, which you can see was that answer there. Next, we have a triangle that's inscribed in the circle. Now, what's important to know here is that this right here, this angle right here is an inscribed angle, right? And you can see it opens up to a half circle. So it opens up to a half circle, which is 180 degrees. This is important because since it opens up to 180 degrees and it's an inscribed angle, the measure of the angle is half of the arc measure. So the measure of this inscribed angle is half of 180, which is 90. This is important because the only way that I can find out the value of x that they're asking us for is by knowing this angle measure, which we just found because it opens up to a half circle, which is 180 degrees. So because it's an inscribed angle, it's half of that, which is 90. Now we know there's 180 degrees in a triangle. So we can take 180 degrees is equal to x plus 68 plus 90. 68 plus 90 is 158. So 180 is equal to x plus 158. We can find out what x is going to be by subtracting 158 on both sides, and we get 22 equals x. The important part there was recognizing this inscribed angle and that it's opening up to a half circle, which is 180 degrees.